Hi, today we are going to one of the least known falls in the Otways, Gallibarinda Falls. It is located at the back of Wye River. It is accessed via four-wheel drive track, but if you don't have a four-wheel drive, you can get to it by car but have to walk further. Thank you for watching, and we will now take you to the falls.
Alright, so you continue along Mount Sabine Road. When you get to the junction, there's a sign saying forest or lawn. You head towards lawn, which will bring you down this way here. And from that junction, probably another K or two, you'll get to Curtis Road. Now the walking track for the waterfall is actually off Curtis Road. It begins along Curtis Road. Curtis Road is seasonally closed. It's closed from June through to Cup weekend. There is a gate further down the track there which will be locked at that time of year, so the track's just opened up. As you can see on the sign here, dry weather only. Now it is a four-wheel drive track, but you can continue down this track a little way further in a two-wheel drive car and park a bit further down. It'll just make your walk a little bit shorter, but because we've got the four-wheel drive, we're going to continue along and make our way straight down to the start of the walking track. So we'll catch up with you then. Okay, so that's the way we've come. We've come from Sabine Road along Curtis Road. We've crossed the river here. If you haven't got a four-wheel drive or two-wheel drive car, you probably park a kilometre up the road further, and you'll have to walk the rest of the way in. It is pretty rugged. You need a four-wheel drive with some good tyres to get through here. We've crossed the river. We've parked just up the top of the hill up there. Now you enter the bush about 7 or so metres from the creek there. It's really hard to see any ribbons, I think, to begin with, but you walk in probably, we've been walking about 10 metres into the scrub there. As you can see, there is a bit of a trail. You walk about 10 metres in, you'll start seeing the pink ribbons, and they'll take you all the way to the waterfall. Now, probably about 500 metres along this side of the creek, following the ribbons will jump the creek, and there's a couple of fallen trees you can walk across to get over the river. We'll take the camera along and film a bit of the walk, and yeah, if you get the chance, come down here. It's quite worth the walk. It's not too hard. My dad, who's 81, he's made the trip down there with me, and he didn't find it hard at all, so a bit of an adventure. So yeah, turn the camera back on when we get to the waterfall. Some more of that vine, have a look at it. So this is better. You'd use that as like a rope. Alright, so this is probably the hardest part of the walk, is crossing the river. Yeah. Oh, we're here already. We are, yep. There's a ribbon. Where is it? Right there. So maybe we'll walk up that way. Oh, hey, look out. It's like, hey, I've fallen over twice and Peter's only fallen over once.
No,
Has he? No, you haven't. None at all.
No, none at all, mate.
No.
I'm stable.
And I'm the one with the hiking boots, and he's
Like
got runners.
I'm stable like a Jeep.
Yeah. All right. Gonna go the way we came across there. So yeah, this side of the walk here is probably the easiest. You see there's a marker there on either side of the river, so you can't get lost at all. And they're pretty well spaced out, like nice and evenly. If you lose sight of one, you just matter of looking around for a minute or two, and soon enough you find the next one. So, across the river, put the camera down because odds are I'm going to fall in again. Once you cross over the river, the paths are pretty good. You can actually see which way to go. And yeah, it's a much easier walk. There's a ribbon up there. So that's what I'm following, just following the ribbons. So this is the top of the waterfalls, and it's always been flowing every time I've been here, and flows off the edge there down to the bottom. We'll go down to the bottom there and have a look around and get a better view of the waterfall. It's taken us about 15 minutes to walk here. Hasn't been too bad. It's a little bit slippery in areas, a bit overgrown, but there's still a path. You actually see a path as you're walking, and the ribbons are pretty well marked, so you're basically following the river along anyway, so there's not many chances of you getting lost. You have to be doing something really silly to get lost. Alright. Alright, so here we are at the waterfall. It's Geraldine Falls. Now this water here, I've seen eels in here, so I don't know what else would be living in here, but it's rather deep. You can't even see the bottom, and the water is pretty clear. So we came through up the top of the rocks there, walked along there, walked along the rocks, and then the trail continues down this way. It's all ribbon, so you can find it easy enough, and just brought us out a little landing here so you get a bit of view of the falls. Now the ribbons continue down through that way, so hopefully I think there might be another waterfall. We might go have a quick look. Just got to be very careful though, the rocks are slippery, and I've already fallen in, so should be very careful. Alright, we'll continue walking down and we'll see what we can find.